Oh god. Oh my.
I actually
Oh, it fell, see?
no.
Jeremiah or Isaiah is like, hey, all of the sacrifices that you're doing and everything mean absolutely nothing to me, because what I asked you to do, the instructions, literally starting with like in Deuteronomy, it's like, hey, if you borrow someone's cloak, return it. If you hire a worker, compensate them fairly. Compensate, like literally workers' rights and living wage is like day one.
Wow.
There's literally verses in the Old Testament about like, if a person is really in need of work, don't underpay them because they're needy. It's like job scarcity is being
and then
addressed. If you want to talk about the
know,
Bible being political,
God,
Lord, I'm
No,
serious.
wait, I'm defending myself right now. I don't know. It's the 500 coffees, but I feel like I have been in so many interactions where people are like, you have to stick up for yourself. It is okay to want what you want. You can send the order back. And then there's like a woman who's like clearly worked a double, like, and I'm like, there wasn't supposed to be chives. So Jesus, the guy who renounced possessions, wants us all to trample each other in the mall for a flat screen TV. Laws that are like, don't kill people, don't steal. Like, it's just basic ass shit. Like, compassion. Also, mutual aid is like a part of what makes tree systems work. Mushrooms, salmon, like animals that are way more ancient than fucking us have learned to work as a unit. And we're out here being like, no, you should let me grow pot in my, well, you should let people grow pot in their front yard and also have as many assault rifles as I want. Like libertarian, just like crazy shit. I'm like, dude. But what was the other one? Maybe it's just because I'm listening to it, but when I hear 5,000 little gay kids say, kill the bourgeoisie, I think I've done at least one good thing in my life. That's so sick. I think Smash.
She looks mean. She looks mean?
She looks mean.
That's why I was gonna pass.
Well, because my mom was like, she had found out that I'd gotten a tattoo underage, and she was like, you know, you're always like, you know, I don't know, disobedient or like obstinate, like disrespectful. And she's like, I know who you are. And I was like, you don't know anything about me. I'm gay. And then my mom, without missing a beat, goes, I know.
Legend.
Gay, isn't it?
I find that song to be exceptionally gay.
I remembered it being like empowering and appropriately violent. But then I'm like, oh, they murder the awful husband and then they like live together and have an organic farm. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's gay of them.
Ed asks, when you eat a bowl of cereal, do you do milk or cereal first? And do you use a spoon or a fork? Or C, a spork? Shocked.
Speechless.
Have to alchemize it into anger and like smash something so that, because I mean, there's nothing more toxic masculinity than a fucking tiny dyke who's like, I have to prove 1.5 times how macho I am because I'm 5 feet tall. Like, there's nothing more.
I gotta punch some shit. Yeah, really.
I gotta
quickly.
punch some shit.
Here's what happened. I started hanging out with my boyfriend, who is a really great guy.
Great.
I feel really bad. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. It's not you, it's me.
As we see. Yeah, that's
my
great.
boyfriend, when I was little, I was like, maybe no one will know.
Oh, that's got to be a tough thing to fucking reconcile, man.
Just like, I don't know. We both like Halo. Let's hang out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making jokes.
This is incredible.
And then I would date a boy for like a year.
That's
and
so
just
rad.
be like chased. I'd be like, oh no, the Lord. We can't have sex because of the Lord.
That was a good one.
I know.
The classic. Yeah.
And then as soon as I found out I was gay, I was like, well, I'm sinning already.
Do you think about, does mortality ever crop into your mind? It does me. Sometimes I'm like, man.
Does mortality ever crop into your mind?
Yeah.
Zane asked to a group of fellow human beings tethered to this mortal coil.
Can you tell them about your tattoo?
No.
Okay, cool.
Tell you guys about the time I was into spy shit and I found that weird chat room in like early internet days of people being like the Gulf of Tonkin was a conspiracy and like talking about the acid tests and like Area 51, and then I put it in a manila envelope and I mailed it to my grandma because we had like a snail mail thing going on where she would be like, "Dear Julian, like how are you?" And we'd send snail mail, and then I mailed her a manila envelope full of like classified documents I printed out from a chat room, and my whole family was like, "What is wrong with this child?"
Or $20.
A Satanist with me.
No, but I can tell you this.
It has happened.
This is a window into what hell might actually be like. So working title, sad song 11. Since I've already got 10 sad songs. Thank you for your courteous laughter.
We're supposed to just trust those that are in power. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, you need to
I feel
hold
like
those
there is
that are in
so much
power
that gets glossed
accountable.
over in the Bible. I was about to say yes. There is so much radical criticism of power structures in the Bible. And so when you think about the purpose that these texts served, at first it was like just instructions for how to like not die and like regular ancient civilization stuff. And then as you see it progress, it starts to like, if you can allow it with its imperfections, it begins to become more nuanced. And then like, I just think that like, I don't know. It's a contribution to the discourse that is going on in societies constantly not about how much money you're supposed to give or who you're supposed to sleep with, but how you are supposed to treat other people lovingly.
To ask. Want to ask
Like
her.
you're not supposed to probably feed the chipmunks cashews.
I
But
bet
at
they
this
love
point-
cashews, though.
That is like, yeah, that's messing with evolution, probably. Who knows what
Yeah.
that'll do?
But those chipmunks are probably like, fuck yeah, this
That's
is the
a
best
new-
day of my life.
It's a new fork
Like,
on the chipmunk path.
Yeah, it feels like morally wrong because then like they won't know how to survive these chipmunks and they won't teach their chipmunk children how to. Yeah, but nobody like ever taught me how to shoot a deer. I just go to the store, and so these chipmunk children can just keep going to nice, sweet humans and getting cashews. There's probably like an environmental science major in this chat that's like, Jesus Christ, Julian.
That's the most twisted thing I've ever heard in my life.
No.
People will go to festivals and like, you know, they're drinking one of those crazy, seems like they should be illegal, like
big-
70-ounce
The big
beers.
long. Oh yeah. I was thinking like the
Yeah.
big long like slushies that are like they're like a
Oh my God,
yard
how are
they're like
they-
a yard long. I'm like, your body's not even that big.
Those
Where's
are
that
ruining
going?
people's lives. They're ruining people's lives. I'm like, and there, but for the grace of God, go I, and have gone I. Because I'm like, that's too much to sell to an individual. But so you're like, like, I am one factor in the whole like gestalt of their experience. They're outside. They're with a group of people. They're eating cheese fries. They're drinking a lethal amount of alcohol. They're like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not the sole focus, and so I feel more at liberty to like gratify myself with the show.
A little bit of a forewarning. It's low. You've got that beautiful alto I love so much on a woman.
Just eliminating volcanoes so I can think of all the volcanoes I know off the top of my head. So, which is not that many volcanoes.
You know 2 volcanoes.
Now I'm like under pressure trying to think of what other volcanoes are. Is there a volcano in Mount Denali? Or is that just a mountain?
I don't know. I think
I'm not sure. I know. I can tell you all fucking day about records and how to work Pro Tools, and I'm like, is there not?
well, good thing you're not a volcano.
Denali is just a
engineer.
mountain. The chat.
Just a mountain, not a volcano. Perhaps your favorite mountain.
It looks. Someone said it's okay.
I think
Julian feels pressure for all of us.
I'm the.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing
I'm
about
the
Julian
pressure
is that we.
scapegoat.
That's why we're good, is that Julian's feeling the pressure.
Yes.
No, that's not true. Y'all feel
It's
pressure. Like, no, I feel like unnecessary. I think I'll spin myself out about it. Like I'm on sixth gear all the time. Dude, when y'all were like, please tell us the lyrics of this song.
Oh my god.
Y'all cornered me. Y'all
Which one?
cornered
Which
me
one?
in a room and
we
we were
had
like,
to sing it in like 20 minutes,
Right.
and we hadn't read the lyrics of Powers yet. Yeah,
I was like,
and
I'm
he's
not
like,
good enough. Well, because
you're like, I bet it's good. But also the first like 2 times you did it, you were like, we were like, what?
I was so nervous.
Enunciate.
And we were on tour. I'm having like That's So Raven, but backwards in the past. Like,
Memory?
I'm not in this band anymore. I'm not in
Jacket back on. There's a uniform.
They want to make fun of me. Then they want to make me conform.
The past. Oh my god. That's your.
You know, the dog does something disobedient, and yet cognitively it's like just trying to get its needs met. And I feel like there's so many things that human beings do to themselves and each other that are just convoluted versions of trying to get your emotional, physical needs met. And you know, having this like, I can't really be angry at this animal because I don't think that she's doing it out of spite or deliberately. And it just makes me more patient with humans too, you know? I don't know. Sorry, I don't have to intellectualize everything. I have a dog. I really like my dog.
Julian?
I feel like New Year's resolutions are kind of like a trap. Do you not feel like they are? A trap? Do you not feel like they're like, wouldn't you just rather recommit yourself to a small change every day than be like, this is the year? Like, that is an illusion. It makes people buy exercise machines they'll never use and like take a pottery class. Just do it in like June. Yeah, everybody thought I had a behavior problem.
Not anymore. No way.
Because I was bored. Anyway, she asked me what I wanted to learn about. She was the first person that ever asked me that. And I said, what's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? And we spent all day learning about it. And
It's cute.